Robert Gutsche, who is a senior lecturer at Lancaster University, and he is also the editor of a book on media and democracy during the Trump presidency. Perfect title. Welcome to you. How much is this campaign now about just the coronavirus?
Well, I mean, this is the thing that they didn't want it to be about on either side, but it has dominated and taken over the entire narrative. I mean, we see a Supreme Court justice potentially being put onto the court with live coverage coming from news, but very little conversation from politicians outside of that room and by the candidates for president. So, I mean, this is a huge movement, a huge moment for the United States to get another justice potentially under Donald Trump. This would be his third. But all we seem to be talking about is the virus, not just how it's affected Donald Trump or not, but what it could mean for American prosperity.
And do you think Trump is at risk of losing some of his staunch supporters, particularly elderly conservatives?
Well, there are some concerns about, how his behavior might be putting people at risk. And if there is a connection between someone getting sick and his movements, that certainly could hurt him. But he seems to be able to turn everything into gold. He thinks he's immune to oversight by Congress. And certainly he got off from any sort of impeachment that the House wanted, the Senate denied. And now we have the House trying to get the 25th Amendment started to try and remove him from office. Looks like something he also will move away from. Critiques of his taxes. I mean, every single thing that they can critique him of, he comes back with his rhetorical approaches of shame and fear and prosperity. So if those voters like what they're hearing and think that they're going to get 4 years of better life, then they're going to go for him. And Joe Biden has to decide how hard he's going to hit against Donald Trump to show what kind of president he would be and how life would be different.
Let's talk about Joe Biden, because he was in Ohio and he called Donald Trump's behavior reckless. What other issues do you think he's pushing to convince people to vote for him?
Well, for Donald Trump to get a hit like that, that's pretty good for Joe Biden, right? For him to come out and start using those words. It's surprising that in that first debate he didn't come right out and just call Donald Trump a bully. I think there are angry Democrats that want to hear that type of rhetoric that maybe could even move people over from the center into Joe Biden's column. He has to decide if they're going to take a high road, as Michelle Obama has wanted the Democrats to do this election, or if he's going to work a bit more toward the trenches and show how important and how emotional this campaign is. I mean, we have debates that seem to be coming back and forth that they're going to air, they're not going to air, they're going to be virtual, they're not going to happen at all. So these rallies are the moments for Joe Biden anyway to get out there and say, this is who I am as a potential president, and this is how I differ from Donald Trump, and these are the things he's done wrong. He has to be very clear, one-liners, and they have to hit.
Robert Gutsche, pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much for your analysis.